Okay. Anyhow, I'm tidying up my room here, and there's a black magic spell that I want you guys to see. Um, so I was down the road a couple of days ago, and I bought some food down there, and I also brought some food home, like some there's a bunch of treats at the gas bar, so I brought a bunch of treats home in those bags. So I'm tidying up now because my floors they're full of sand, dust, dirt. So I want to vacuum, so I'm tidying up. So in my bedroom, I had all kinds of garbage on that side of the bed and over here. So this is what was beside the beds. So they got me to buy. This is evil. This is evil getting me to buy all this stuff because they want to cast another magic spell on me. So they got me to buy 3 bags of Doritos. The 3 bags of Doritos is a representation of my grandfather's spirit, my father, Adam and Cork spirit, and my soul spirit. Okay, so that's a way to kind of hurt me. Now they got me to buy all these different cans of pop. So because these have the name pop on them and the name can, it means to can pop or to can father or to cane me like that, like literally cane me. Boom, boom, boom. Now we got leftovers. I don't know, call it leftovers, but there's leftover food in those containers. So leftover just simply means like over left or leftover, like the to use my left hand in terms of being like they want to somehow move my soul by using this hand, which is the left hand side of creation, over to this side. So this is the right side of creation. This is the left side. So if I'm using this hand, the leftover food there is just basically meaning they want me to be left over, like they want me to move my soul over using my left hand. And the tissue that's in here, I've used those just for blowing my nose. So there's all kind of sinus fluid in there, like snot. That sinus has the word sin, us, sin. So the fluid connects to the fluid or the fluid that comes out of the lower horn. So that fluid connects to that fluid. Another word for that this toilet paper is tissue. They also call that tissue. So that tissue is connected to my brain tissue, because that's what it's also called, brain tissue. So the fact that there's handles on here, and these handles connect to my door handles. And a handle, it has the word hand in it, but also the word LES, which is French for the hand. So the hand means these handles here connect to those handles there, which connects to the brain tissue in my brain as a way to give me an aneurysm or a stroke by affecting the brain tissue through the sinus cavity in my nose. Because the sinus cavity, it goes up into the brain, like it goes up into this area here. So they're expecting to affect my my brain tissue through that tissue there and the connected fluids. Now, this here is a pop bottle, but it has the name Popper. You must call that a father bottle. And that thing being green, that's my element earth. So they're trying to cap my element earth. So if I put that in that bag and then go and put it out in my garbage bin, that's going to activate their spell. So what do I do? Do I do it? I'm going to put it out there anyways and not worry about it. But that's just one simple black magic spell designed to get rid of me, the father of all creation. And you wouldn't know that that's a black magic spell. The mechanism to activate that is the human climax, along with all the electricity in the house here. So this stuff is just an example of black magic 101. And this happens on a consistent daily basis around the world, everywhere. Everyone out there is performing black magic, which ultimately does affect you at the it does affect your health, your overall being. I can imagine somebody taking this out, doing this exact same thing, and then having the climax and dying from a stroke because, they don't know that they're casting black magic. So people are having heart attacks, people are having strokes, people getting cancer. It's contributed through this form of black magic, which is cast by the human climax and the electricity in the house, which casts the spell that they're trying to cast. So I thought I'd do a quick black magic video for you guys. And then these 3 bags here, they have the word door on them, D-O-O-R. It's door. So which connects to these 2 doors here, right? So everything in this society, and I mean everything, has been created as a way to test evil's limits of what their element is. Their element is death, and that element is attributed to the human climax. The element life is also attributed to the human climax, because creating this entire universe at the beginning of time was through the human climax of your mother and I simultaneously climaxing to create life together. And it's that life that birthed all creation into existence. And then when evil rose into power and they started getting rid of everyone, well, then that power shifted. So now the human climax, it has become something of, it's attributed to death, the element death, because, things aren't the way they used to be. So they're in control. And so far, they're testing their element to see how far it can go. And you want to think that mankind is being created as a testing ground for their element, black death or simply death. And when you climax, it casts a spell along with the electricity around, So Earth has been created as a testing ground, basically a scientific testing ground to see how far they can take their element death and what it can do. And they're basically writing down all their findings, such as, oh, guess what? We gave a guy an aneurysm today by putting a Kleenex in the bag and naming the word that sinus. The sinus is called sinus. Then we created these pop cans called Pop, and we named them Pop so that we could get rid of all the fathers around planet Earth, Not just me, but like a regular father, right? So somebody who drinks, a father who drinks Pop, they could get rid of him, right? So they write down all their findings. So whenever something new comes along, like a new development or whatever, a new product, that's basically evil trying to see how much further their black magic can go. So today's take home is this entire planet is a black magic testing ground to see how far they can take their element death. And none of this stuff is normal. When we get to where we're going, none of this stuff will exist. None of it. All these products, they got to be tossed out, be gone forever, man. You're not going to be able to get pop and chips or bags like that, like plastic bags. None of the stuff that's plastic exists in creation. That's a creation of evil. We would never take dinosaur juice and make plastic products out of it because at the end of the day, it's still oil. You might as well get a can of Pepsi and drop a couple of drops of oil in and drink it, because that's exactly what you're doing.